Hello Algebra 1 students, this is lesson 26. Our objective is how do you solve multi-step equations. Now we have been working with one step where we just have to multiply or divide or add or subtract one time. And then we also worked with two-step equations where you had to add or subtract and then multiply or to divide. And now we're kind of moving to multi-step, so it means pretty much more than two. Technically a two-step equation would be multi, but these are more than two. So just some things to remember is you need to remember your order of operations. You need to remember what like terms look like, which would be things kind of like 3x and 4x, where we could combine those together to give me 7x. However, if we had something like 3 plus 4x, we could not combine those together. Those would just be 3 plus 4x. And then just remember our skills from solving one and two step equations will kind of help you out here. So kind of the first thing we want to do is combine like terms on either side, and if we don't have, or if we need to, we might have to multiply, like get rid of parentheses and then combine like terms. This doesn't have any parentheses, so I'm going to look through and see if I can find any that look similar. So I'm looking through, there's a 3 and a 10. Those are both just constants, those will never change. So I'm going to combine those two together. And I would not combine it with this 28 yet, because the 28 is on the other side of the equal symbol. Right now I'm just combining the ones that are together on the same side. And then I also see that I have an x and a 4x here. So I can combine those blue ones together. So let's first talk about those red ones. 3 minus 10 is going to give me negative 7. Different signs, so I subtract. And the blue ones, x plus 4x, is going to give me, so I realize it's like saying 1x plus 4x's is going to give me 5x's. And then I still just have that equals 28. Well, now this looks quite similar to our two-step equations. This is a negative 7x. I'm trying to get that to be 0, so I'm going to add 7. Sorry, it's negative 7, not negative 7x. If I add 7 to one side, I need to also add 7 to the other side. So this is going to be 0 plus 5x, or just simply 5x. It's going to equal to 35. And then to get x by itself, I'm going to divide by 5. I'm going to get x is equal to 7. And that is exactly what I was looking for, is to have what x is equal to. Let's try a couple more here. Now I want to combine like terms, but I have sets of parentheses, so I kind of want to get rid of those first. So let's use our distributive property that we've learned about. Negative 2 times x is going to give me negative 2x. And then negative 2 times that negative 2 is going to give me positive 4. Remember, negative times negative makes it positive. And then I would not distribute that negative 2 to this one because it's not in the parentheses, so I'm just going to say plus x. And this is equal to 16. Now let's combine like terms. I see sums with x's in it. And there are no other ones that are just constant on the left-hand side, so I'll leave that one alone. So negative 2x plus 1x is going to give me negative 1x plus 4, because that's from right there, is equal to that 16. Subtract 4. And I have negative 1x is equal to 12. Divide by negative 1 gives me x is equal to negative 12. That would be my answer for that one. Another one pretty similar to the one we just did, but maybe with one more step. So let's distribute here so we can get rid of those parentheses. 2 times 7 is going to give me 14. 2 times the negative x is going to give me negative 2x. This is just a plus 10 I'm bringing down, and I have 6x I'm also just bringing down, is equal to 20. So I'm looking through for ones with that are alike. I have 6 x's here and 2 x's here. I have 14 here and 10 here. So I'll combine those two together. The x's first. 6x minus 2x's is going to give me 4x's. 14 plus 10 is going to give me 24. That's equal to 20. Now again, we're back down to those 2 steps. So I'm going to subtract 24. So on the left hand side I have 4x plus 0, because this part here goes to 0, is equal to a negative 4, because I said 20 take away 24, give me a negative 4. Get x by itself, I need to divide by 4. So I'm going to end up with x is equal to, well, 4 over 4 is 1, but one of those is negative, so it's going to come out to be negative 1. Okay, one more. It's a little bit of a word problem. It says Laura cuts a triangle with angles x, 5x, and x plus 40. What are the measures of the angles? So just draw a quick sketch of this, and this is not to scale by any means, it's just to help us out. So one of those angle measures is x, one of them is 5x, and the other one is x plus 40. Now if you remember back to the rules of triangles, remember that all 3 angles add up to, yes, that's right, 180. So let's go ahead and just take those 3 angles that we have there. 1, 2, 3. Add them up and set them equal to 180. So we're going to have x plus 5x plus x plus 40 is equal to 180. So notice those are our 3 angles, x, 5x, x plus 40. So let's look through and see if we see any terms on either side that we can combine together. I see x, 5x, and another x. So 1x plus 5x is 6x's, plus 1 more would give me 7x's. And then I have that plus 40 is equal to 180. To get that everything with x's by itself, I'm going to subtract 40. Left hand side I have 7x plus 0, or just simply 7x. On the right hand side I have 140. To get that x by itself, opposite of multiplication is division, so divide by 7. Those become 1, so I have x is equal to 20. And now, that gives me one of my answers because it says, what are the angle measures? 3 angles. So, one of the angle measures, this one up here named x, is equal to 20. So this one's equal to 20 degrees. This one down here says 5 times x. Well, what's x? 20. So that means that's going to be 100 degrees. And this one over here says x plus 40, so it's going to be 20 plus 40, which is equal to 60 degrees. And again, if I add those up, 20 plus 60 is 80, plus 100 is 180, so all 3 of those angles would add up to 180, which is what we'd want. So kind of our answer, I guess, would be 20 degrees, 60 degrees, 100 degrees. Be the 3 angle measures. Your homework is on page 155. You're going to do all of them for 26, all of them for 25, and 13 more of your choice. Good luck. You're going to do awesome.